This is Boomer Life on CL 650.
When I'm in the middle of a dream, stay in bed, float upstream.
And welcome back to the show. This is Boomer Life. I'm Zach Spencer, and we're speaking today with Dr. Charnel Muir, the SnoreDentist, and the SnoreDentist. It's actually not the SnoreDentist. No. It's SnoreDentist.ca is the website. And sleep better, live better. You do have a correlation there between how well you sleep. And we all know that.
Yeah.
It's basic stuff. Everybody knows if they get a good night's sleep, they're probably going to perform better during the day. But in our busy lives, we get that disconnect, right? People, for some reason, make excuses.
Yeah, we're always making an excuse for why we're short-tempered or why we're tired or why we're grumpy or why we snap at something. And sleep can play a critical role in any of those really moods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you also have some other medical conditions that can come about because you're not getting good sleep, or you have maybe some sleep apnea issues. Blood pressure is one. There's maybe give me a couple that people might be struggling with, that it might be because of their sleep.
Yeah, the two most common ones we see really are high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes. And the onset of both of those conditions as we age, sleep apnea can play a role in the development of both of them. And what we'll often find is patients will say, well, I went to my doctor and I'm fairly fit and I'm healthy and I watch what I eat, but for some reason I seem to be creeping up in my sugar levels and my type 2 diabetes is kind of getting there. Or my blood pressure is coming up and nobody really understands why. And it really simply could be the caused by the sleep apnea at night, but nobody ever knows. A lot of people think that sleep apnea is a fat old man's condition that causes you to gasp and snort all night long. And, it can be very quiet. The partial breathing type of sleep apnea, people can have for years and no one's ever noticed they stopped breathing.
So you're saying that someone should come and see you just because of the snoring part, and you might find out after you've done the test that you actually have a sleep apnea issue.
I had a patient in just the other day, and vast majority of his sleep apnea was the silent kind. So he came in because his wife was just at her wit's end. She's like, if this doesn't kill him, I'm going to kill him.
The noise.
I can't sleep anymore. I just need my sleep. So he came in, dragging his tail between his legs, going, all right, I got to get you. So we did the test on him, and, he's healthy. He's 6 foot. He's in good shape. He eats well. And I'm expecting, he might have some mild apnea too, right? And he came back very severe. He stopped breathing 60 times an hour.
Wow.
But 54 of them were partial closures. They were enough affecting his oxygen. But nobody ever witnessed it. Nobody ever saw him stop breathing. Nobody knew. And then he says, well, I have been feeling a lot more tired the last year or two.
So what was the rebound after he had his appliance put in? What did he say afterwards?
We actually just delivered it.
Oh.
So I'm waiting.
We'll have to wait till the next show.
I know. I'm really excited to find out how he does.
So before we get into the emails, I wanted you to read some. Walk me through. I go online, I go to SnoreDentist.ca, I get an appointment, I go to North Vancouver to see you. What happens? Walk me through the process.
The first appointments really just need a knee, finding out why you're there, finding out what your driving symptom is, whether it's snoring, whether it's fatigue, whether it's you've already been diagnosed, can't wear a CPAP, whatever that is. Now, if you don't know how you're sleeping and you don't know what you have and what condition might be related to any of all of this, we send you home with a sleep monitor. That sleep monitor we talked about, easy to wear, one night, drop it off the next day. We look at the data. We usually get you back in a couple of weeks and go over what it says.
Is there a cost to that?
There's no cost to that. There is a cost for me doing it, but I do it for patients. It's important that they find out that information. Even if it's a patient I'm not going to end up treating in the end, it's still important that they know what they're treating. And maybe it's not related. Maybe they have fatigue. But we find out they don't have any sleep disorder.
You're eliminating that anyway,
yeah,
right?
We're ruling it out. It's not an invasive thing. It's not a needle for blood work. It's not a surgery. They have to take a piece of you out. It's nothing like that, right? So it's easy to do.
You basically sleep. How hard can that be?
Sleep. I know. And for my really tired people, it's really easy.
Yeah.
So that's the first consult. Now, if the patients need testing, we get that done. All of my tests are then scored and interpreted by what's considered to be a sleep specialist in the physician world. So all of my sleep monitors are assessed by a sleep physician for that patient and for that patient's physician, general physician. Their family doctor doesn't necessarily know how to read a sleep study. So I have that all done for them. And then once we know what we're treating, then we decide, is an oral appliance appropriate for you? Are you a candidate? Should we go ahead and check to see if maybe you have extended health benefit plans? Because a lot of the very good plans cover a lot of what I do as far as therapy goes. And it can cost the patient as little as maybe $100 out of pocket.
Wow.
So it can be, once you get all that paperwork done up, and that can take a week or two, it depends on how busy the benefit company is on getting back to us. But once we have all of that testing and paperwork and all of that tickety-doo, then off we go. We take impressions and records, we deliver an appliance. It takes us about 3 weeks in between those two appointments to get you your custom-made appliance.
And then follow-ups for
up.
tweaking and adjustment.
And, the follow-up is really important. This isn't just sticking a piece of plastic in someone's mouth and saying, off you go. This is a medical condition. It needs to be monitored. You absolutely should take that home sleep monitor home with your appliance to make sure that it's as effective as possible for you. And that's important to show you. It's important to show your physician and yourself. You feel then, okay, it is worth wearing. This is important. It's not just making me quiet. It's also helping my health.
All right, let's get to some of the emails that you receive, and I'm sure a lot of them come from the spouses.
Some of them do. I had the greatest little card the other day from a bed partner, and she actually signed it bed partner. Because we, being politically correct, we do refer to people as bed partners rather than spouses or wives or husbands. We call them bed partners. And I got this thank you card, and it's literally a thank you card. And I just love getting these. These make so much fun on my day. So it's just, Dr. Muir, I just wanted to thank you. It's so wonderful to see my husband sleeping peacefully and waking up rested. I know that both he and I benefit greatly from the new device, and it's with appreciation, the bed partner. So, when I get those, it just makes my day. It's why we do what we do in my office, is to help people have their relationship back, be able to sleep together, be able to vacation together, and not worry that they're never going to get any sleep on vacation.
Do you have another one there?
I do. I actually just got this one last week. And this is from a patient who I was doing an annual follow-up on. And I follow up with my patients every year, and I make sure they're still doing okay. And this is just, I'm so very grateful for the work you did for me last year in dealing with my sleep issues. In fact, I sincerely believe you saved my life. I mean, that's so powerful for me to hear. The sleep apnea I was living with was affecting my health and making me fearful of falling asleep at night, and that is gone. Thank you. Once again, thank you for the wonderful change you've made in my life. I sleep soundly without interruption every night.
Wow.
And, when I can get feedback like that, it just keeps me going.
So in our last minute or so here, let's talk to the listener that maybe has a bed partner who snores, because I'm sure it is the partner that finally gets them to go, right? I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I snore, I'm not going to make an appointment. It's somebody else in their life is making them go. So talk to that person. Why should your bed partner come and visit?
Yeah, and you may save their life. You just may save their life. And you'd be amazed at what that person can become when they're sleeping well. They can become happy and jovial and want to do things with you and want a vacation. And when you can affect them that way and make them healthier, the marriage just changes completely, right? Like, life is a better place to be then.
When you get up and you feel good, you have a different outlook.
Yeah. I was just reading an email from another patient who had filled out their annual form, and the comment at the bottom, now if only I could get her to get one. So that's the other thing too, is don't rule yourself out.
Yeah.
Just because you've sent the worst of the two of you
Yes.
in, doesn't mean you might not need to be looked at yourself.
Is equal opportunity.
Especially after menopause.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, the snore doctor, Dr. Charnel Muir, thank you very much for coming in again. And if you'd like to go online and simply book an appointment online, it's the easiest way to do it. Go to SnoreDentist.ca. And the slogan is sleep better, live better.
Yes, absolutely.
And thank you for coming in. We'll speak to you next time.
My pleasure, Zach. Thank you.
And that's all the time we have. I'm Zach Spencer. We'll speak to you next time on CL 650.